Hey everyone, I'm out here today doing a multi-app run. I've got Dashes and I've got Grubhub and I've got Uber Eats running. I haven't been out for a while doing food delivery because I focused more on Spark for the last year and a half. But since I've lost my Spark ability, I am back down into Wichita, Kansas, and I'm trying to do a little more multi-apping to see what the scene's like right now. I am not even close to being a silver driver on DoorDash because I just never utilized DoorDash. I think I'm at 32% on my acceptance rate. So I'm going to try to squeeze that up here and there throughout the day. I'm not going to take the worst orders across the city, but I think if I can do, 7 out of 10 orders that are even mediocre or really short for even a cheap $2 to $3, $4 order, then I'll do that to see if I can nudge that number up. Maybe that'll help me down the road because it does seem like as you get higher and higher in the tiered system, you start to see those better offers that we used to see without having the tiered systems. Let's get to it. I had to sift through a couple bad DoorDash orders and Grubhub as well. No good Uber Eats coming in, and I finally got a $5 by 3 Mile Fang Chub boba drink. This is the kind of order I think I'm going to have to look for. Sad to say, I'm not going to get the 5x1s or the 6x2s and double them up right now, but going to have to just be happy with what I have and keep going. Well, we got a nice Dot Greens. I think it's like 3 miles. Not really super awesome like they used to be, but I'm going to keep going because this one came in right away and I can keep on rolling. No wait time at all on the Dot Greens order, which makes me happy. Even though it's a lower paid order, I think it's $4.57 for like 3 miles. As the scene has changed, I don't know what to expect, and I'm not really willing to just sit around and do nothing. Well, I can't be mad about this. I get done with that little $4.57 junker Uber Eats that kept me rolling, and then I actually got a double I can do from Slim Chickens and Chipotle. The Slim Chickens is a $4.50 from DoorDash, and the Chipotle is a $6 from Uber Eats. I think they're actually going to the same apartment complex. Sweet deal right here. Happy to see it. Let's go get these loaded up. Finished the double up with a little bit of trouble because Chipotle was behind and I didn't want a violation, so I had to run down, drop off the DoorDash, then go back to Chipotle for the $6. Luckily, both of them were very close to the restaurants, and I did get an order right after this double. I got an offer first. I'm going to show it from DoorDash. $9.50, 13.5 miles. This is an order I'm not willing to take. I declined this order, and I'm happy I did. I got a $7 3.5 mile Uber. Going to go grab that from Panera right now, see if I can't link onto something right after that drop off. Not super thrilled about this offer, but I took a $2 by 3 DoorDash just to keep my ratings going up on the acceptance, and it's a pretty quick order. The other order was fast, the delivery was fast, the customer was ready, so I'm going to keep rolling doing this. I don't like doing these $2 orders, but I think right now it's the best thing for down the road. I've been parked for a handful of minutes here, and I get this DoorDash 825 by 13.8 Home Depot order. Not going to take this order. I'm going to have to continue to be patient and wait for the better offers to come. That one there is just too ridiculous for me to take. 13.8 miles around the highway, $8.25. I think there's got to be something better out there for me. After being patient and waiting, I get a brilliant 675 by 12.9 DoorDash. I think this is what we see when you don't have a tiered ranking, silver, gold, or platinum, and you start to see the really bad orders that the other drivers may not be seeing. Gonna sift through this, definitely not taking that order. So we finished off the lunch hour. I consider 2 o'clock the end of lunch, 11:30 to 2 o'clock this morning. And I thought we were doing pretty good. I knew some of the orders were pretty low pay. We stayed busy, but the issue that I see is the end bottom line in $30. Everybody, $30 in 2.5 hours. That's right around $12 an hour driving my car around and also driving several miles. I mean, I drove 26.8 miles to make $30. This is about as bad as I've ever had it as a delivery driver, and I'm using 3 different apps, remind you, DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub, and this is as good as I can get. I'm going to take a break for the afternoon. I'm going to come back for dinner. Hopefully that turns out better. All right, we're back out at it. It's 5 o'clock. We're going to do a little dinner rush here. Starting off with a 625 Chipotle. Going to hope that this dinner turns out a lot better than that lunch. Let's go. Well. DoorDash came a-ringing again. A Dollar General, $6 by 3.9. Couple items on there. Immediately following the $6.25 Chipotle. Got to keep rolling like this. Let's go do some shopping. Finally, something good again here during the dinner rush. I got a $6 Walgreens pharmacy order. Then I'm going to pick up a $10.50 DoorDash going towards the same neighborhood. Uber Eats came through. I got a $6 by about 4 Mile Cheddar Scratch Kitchen. So I got to wait outside for this order. Looks a little bit busy. Probably going to take a little bit more time than I want, but got to stay with it, man. Got myself a little $12 double from DoorDash. One of them's going with crumble cookies, and the other one is Chipotle. Looks like we're going to finish up on a $4 DoorDash McAllister's tied with a $10.45 Uber Eats Slim Chickens. Going to tally up the numbers at the end to show you guys what this 5 to 8 dinner rush turned out to look like. Well, we've reached 8 o'clock. Finished up that double, and the final numbers tonight, $61.28 from 5 to 8. So just over $20 an hour. Much better than the lunch, obviously, at $12 an hour. So I'm pretty happy to see that that could be a lot better during the dinner time, but still not the greatest. When you have to drive multiple miles, you're taking orders that are a lot less valuable, and it can be more strenuous on you, man. When you're out here delivering food and you're running around the city, you're kind of busting your butt a little bit to help customers get their food. And it seems like these apps have really just snaked money away, making it harder and harder. I remember when drivers could get on and the base pays were paying $3 to $4 base pay. Then the orders would pay a little bit more too. And the double orders, now they're snaking base pay off of the second customer. Instead of $4, you're only going to see $3. Uber Eats is following suit when it comes to that as well, making it harder and harder for every driver to make more and more money. And on the contrary, you're making a lot less money. I know there are a lot of drivers out there that haven't been doing this for 4 or 5 years like I have, and maybe it's hard to comprehend how good it was back in the pandemic days and a little bit before and a little bit after, but it was a lot better, and it seems so much more just normal that drivers are okay with making $20 an hour, happy with them making $18 to $20 an hour, running one app, just going from order to order. Maybe that's the new model that the apps want to go with. It seems like it's working for them. I'm glad you guys got to watch this. Everyone, take care.